Is Vijay from CLAT 100, and here in this session we are going to discuss all 12 legal reasoning questions that were asked in shift 2 of SLAT 2021, and we have shared a PDF of these 12 questions in the description of this video. So before you start watching the solution to these 12 questions, why don't you try to do all these questions on your own? Here is your first question. A locks B inside a room, okay? B has a duplicate key of the room. Alright, I do not think it matters. However, I was not aware of it. Okay, B in panic mode forgets about the duplicate key. B remains locked for 3 hours, after which A comes and opens the room. B brings a suit against A. Even before you read the options, A has certainly committed a wrong, right? Is a case of wrongful confinement, isn't it? Now, which of the following is correct? A is liable or A is not liable? First, you need to decide this. A is liable, right? So, options B and C are straight away gone. Alright. Now, option A is liable because he did not know that B had a duplicate key to the room. Is he liable because of this? No, certainly not. You are left with option D. A is liable as he acted against the law, right? And it's a case of wrongful confinement. If X, who is of unsound mind, not knowing the nature of the act, attacks Y, alright, here Y acts in self-defense and in order to escape the attack, hits him, thereby causing him hurt. Now, Y has this right of private defense, self-defense, right? And whether X is of sound mind or unsound mind, would it make any difference? Should I allow a mad person to kill me? Decide. No, of course I shouldn't, right? So, what do you think? Has Y committed an offense? No. He just saved himself. So, Y commits the offense and do not even have to read options A, B and C. Your answer is Y is not liable for any offense. Alright? The battery is the intentional application of physical force to another person to cause bodily harm, mind you. On the other hand, assault is an attempt or threat to do a corporeal hurt. Corporeal is bodily. To another, causing reasonable apprehension of immediate violence. Alright, okay. Then you have this case where Samuel actually tries to play a prank on Rita. It goes awry and Rita gets a nervous attack. Now we need to decide, right? Samuel will be held liable for battery as the body is controlled by the nervous system and therefore nervous shock amounts to bodily injury. Wait, the battery is the intentional application of physical force. Alright, did Samuel apply any physical force against Rita? Did he? No, he didn't. So there is no question of this being the right answer. Alright. Samuel will not be held liable for assault or battery as he did not intend the harm, which was caused to Rita and it was unforeseeable. Okay, we shall consider this. Samuel will not be held liable for assault or battery as there was no threat to do corporeal hurt. Okay, Samuel will be liable for assault as it caused reasonable apprehension of immediate violence in Rita's mind. Did it? Did Rita think that Samuel was about to hit her? No, that's absolutely nothing like that. So now we need to decide in between B and C. Okay, C is Samuel will not be held liable for assault or battery as there was no threat to do corporeal hurt. And again, if we read the principle, this is very clearly given that either there should be this actual corporeal hurt or there should be this reasonable apprehension of corporeal hurt. Neither of these two actually took place. Alright, so this is the answer and not this, because here it talks about the intention to do the harm. To receive a remedy under the law of torts, it's sufficient to establish legal injury, even if damage is not there, also known as injuria, sine, damnum. Alright. Okay, Rahana was a registered voter at X constituency. However, when she tried to vote, she was restrained from doing so by a police officer despite she showing her ID. Later, the candidate for whom she had intended to vote ended up winning. Okay, in light of this, decide which is true. Okay, at this stage, since the candidate she wanted to win anyway won, right? So, is there any damage? There's absolutely no damage. Okay, but is there any legal injury? Yes, she has this right to vote and she was restrained from doing so. So, there is legal injury but no damage. So, can the police officer be sued? Of course, yes. That is the answer. So, you do not even have to read all the options. By restraining her and preventing her from exercising her right to vote, the police officer did cause a legal injury and thus can be sued under the law of torts. Of course, this is your answer straight away. Let's read the remaining options also for your understanding. Her preferred candidate ended up winning, so there was no legal injury or damage. There was no damage, but legal injury was definitely there, right? Since as a police officer, he cannot be sued. Well, that is what most of the police officers think. Okay, but this is incorrect. By restraining her, the police officer did not cause legal injury, but did cause damage, and a case of tort can be made out. What happened here is exactly the opposite. Caused legal injury but did not cause damage because the candidate she wanted to win anyway won. Alright, option A. Now here, a plaintiff is not disabled from recovering damages even when he himself is a wrongdoer, unless the plaintiff's unlawful act is connected with the harm suffered by him as part of the same transaction. Sunshine Real Estate Limited sold the lease of flat to Mary and Jason at 25 lakh rupees while fraudulently representing that the flat included a roof terrace. Mind you, while fraudulently representing the flat included basic furnishings such as sofa, kitchen utensils, whatever. To reduce the stamp duty, the sale price was distributed on basis of 20 lakh rupees for the flat and 5 lakh rupees for the chattels. Mary and Jason agreed to this arrangement, although they knew that the price of those items would be much less. Okay. Later, they realized that the flat did not include the terrace. If Mary and Jason sue Sunshine Real Estate Limited, will they succeed? Okay. Now, certain things. Mary and Jason, did they try to do a fraudulent act themselves? Yes, they did. They tried to evade stamp duty. But is that anyhow connected with they being duped for a terrace? No, it's not. And that is exactly what the legal principle says. So, what is the answer? No, because they were negligent. Oh, come on. No or yes? First of all, we know that the answer has to be yes. Okay, yes, because that act of evading stamp duty is not connected with the loss suffered by them due to fraudulent misrepresentation. So, this is your answer. And if you have fundamental clarity on such principles, right? Look here, even before you start looking at the options, you know that the answer is yes, they would succeed. So, just take out all no's and here in this case, and that is how it happens in the actual examination also. Actually, even this is a question from actual SLAT, right? So, you are left with just one yes, so you do not even have to read the options, straight away mark it and proceed further. Acceptance to the proposal should be the exact mirror of the proposal. Alright, Afrin offered to sell a packet of figs to Noor for 200 rupees. Okay, Noor said she was willing to buy but would pay only 150 rupees. In light of this, decide which is true. First of all, is Noor's acceptance a mirror image of Afrin's proposal? No, it's not. Okay, let's read the options then. There were no mirrors involved and so Afrin's offers. Okay, Noor has made a counter proposal to Afrin, which Afrin is bound to accept. Okay, why would Afrin be bound to accept this? Noor has certainly made a counter proposal to Afrin. Till here this is okay, which Afrin is bound to accept. No, since the acceptance is not a mirror image of what Afrin had proposed, so no, Afrin is not bound to accept. So this is incorrect. Noor has made a counter proposal to Afrin, which Afrin is not bound to accept. Yes, that's all right. Noor has accepted the proposal of Afrin. Of course not. She wants to get it for 150 rupees. All right. So even this is incorrect. So C is your answer. All right. An agreement obtained without free consent can only be enforced by the party whose consent was not free and voluntary. Yes. Okay. Shabana threatens Tulsi, her best friend, that she will kill herself if Tulsi does not agree to hand over her signed copy of Harry Potter in exchange of rupees 200. Tulsi, worried that Shabana will seriously hurt herself, hands over the signed copy. Okay. Shabana runs off without handing over the money. Sad. So first of all, Shabana coerced Tulsi. Isn't that? Let's read the options now. If Shabana does not want to part with her money, she will have to return the book. No, sorry. Now, since Tulsi was the person whose consent was taken forcibly, so only she can render the contract void, not Shabana. Okay? Shabana is honor bound to hand over the money but does not have to return the book. Why? Okay. Even if Shabana does not want to part with her money, she might be forced to do so if Tulsi does not want the book back and wants the money instead. Yes. Though Tulsi was coerced into this, okay, but now the contract can be rendered void only on behest of Tulsi and not Shabana. Okay. Neither Tulsi nor Shabana can sue each other. Of course, incorrect. So the answer is, of course, option C. Mickey, a well-known literary critic, wrote a review of the latest book written by Jesse, a well-known author. In the review, Mickey said that Jesse did not use the English language effectively. Mind you, it's just an opinion, and that political and social views expressed in the book were inane. Jesse has not suffered any pecuniary loss. Does that actually matter here? Need to ask this question. If Jesse asserts a claim against Mickey based on defamation, Jesse will not recover. Okay, Jesse will certainly not recover because Jesse did not suffer any pocket loss. That is irrelevant because Mickey's remark could be regarded as implied assertions of fact. We do not even know about this, so this is irrelevant because Jesse is a well-known author. Come on, so this is easy peasy because Mickey's literary criticism is an expression of opinion. Absolutely all right. Mickey's literary criticism is an expression of opinion. Of course, one of the principles of natural justice is Nemo Judex in causa sua. Okay, which means that no one should be a judge in his own cause. Of course. In other words, no person can judge a case in which he has an interest. Very true. All right. Nemo is no one that you can make out. Judex is judge. Right. Causa is cause. Okay. Sua, on his own or on her own. All right. This is a Latin expression. Okay. Madhav, the former finance minister of India, has been arrested following the uncovering of a major budgetary scandal and is being tried of multiple counts of corruption. The judge before whom he must appear is his wife Madhuri. What a filmy sequence. All right. Now we need to decide. In light of this, which is correct? Madhuri can be the judge of the case as the allegations are not on her. Well, but the accused is her husband. So there is a good chance that she might get biased. So of course incorrect. Madhuri cannot be the judge of the case as she may be involved in the corruption scandal. This is irrelevant to the question, right? Madhuri cannot be the judge of the case regardless of her involvement in the corruption scandal because she has an interest in it, of course, because the accused is her husband. All right. So this is correct. Madhuri can be the judge in a professional capacity. Come on. It's not an ideal world, right? Okay. So of course C. Match list 1 with list 2 and select the correct option. Right to freedom of speech and expression. 19(1)(a). Right to equality. Article 14. Right to approach the Supreme Court. 32. Supervisory power of High Courts. 226. So this is your answer. Right? A4, B3, C1, D2. X. A soldier beats an innocent person by the order of a superior officer. Here, X is entitled to get defense under section 76 of the IPC. So first of all, it's a question of legal knowledge. If you do not know section 76 of the IPC, you may not be able to get the right answer. Just keep that in mind. Okay? And this is the answer. Section 76 of the IPC is actually his defense. Of these four options, option A is the best, but keep one thing in mind. X, a soldier, beats an innocent person by the order of a superior officer. Now here there is some technicality. The technicality is whether X knows that this person is innocent or not. If X knows it well that the person is innocent and then he gets this order from his superior, then he is not bound to follow, and moreover, section 76 of the IPC would not come to his defense. Okay, so this question in my opinion is incomplete, alright, but option A is the best option. A person of unsound mind cannot enter into a contract when he is of unsound mind. Alright, Kanya is a proud owner of a handicraft shop. She, however, suffers from a mental disorder in which she tends to forget things at a certain point of time in a day. She happens to sign an agreement with Akshay for supply of a few handicrafts at a time when she was sane. Mind you, at a time when she was sane. So, this contract would be absolutely valid when she was sane. What is given here? A person of unsound mind cannot enter into a contract when he is of unsound mind. He or she is of unsound mind. But Kanya was sane when she signed it. Alright, very important. Will the contract be enforceable? Yes, the contract is with her shop and not her individually. Come on here. No. So first of all, what should be the answer? Yes or no? No cannot be the answer, right? Yes, because Akshay did not know that she was. How does that matter? Yes, as she was sane at the point of entering into the agreement. So this is the correct answer. I'm sure this was one of the easy ones. I'm sure you have already been availing all those well curated tests available on our Telegram channel. And hey, if you like this, please give us a thumbs up, share this video with as many people as possible, subscribe to CLAT 100 if not already done, and press the bell icon hard so that we keep you updated on whatever we do for you students. All the best.